Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to your social science class. Yesterday, we have already started with a new chapter from your civics: the police, administration, and the court. In my last video, I have discussed with you the role of court, the role played by police, about I have told you about a public prosecutor, and I have also told you about the divisions in a police. Okay. Now, today we are going to discuss about a judge. Look at the picture, children. Can you recognize the person who is sitting at the desk? Who is he? Sorry, who is she? Yes, she is a judge. Okay. Do you know what does a judge do? A judge sits in the court. Okay. He or she establishes court rules and procedures. Not only that, he and she also instructs the jury. Okay, jury means the bench of your lawyers or bench of your judges. Okay, now he or she also listens to the witness testimony. Okay, and also determines the guilt or the innocence. Means he listens to the entire investigation policy. He listens to the entire investigation procedure, and then decides that who is the real criminal, and he announces the punishment for the criminal. Okay, so these are the basic tasks of the judges. Okay, now apart from this functions, the judge also plays several other functions. See, students, you can say that a judge is like an umpire in the court. You have seen a match. Over there, an umpire plays a very vital role. What does an umpire do? He conducts the entire match. Similarly, in a court, the judge he conducts the entire trial procedure. So you can also say that he is an umpire of the court. Actually, the judge he listens to all the details of the cases. He looks into all the evidences, and he also listens to the witnesses. Okay, so and then he examines the matter, and then he gives his verdict. Verdict means he gives the result. Okay, or or he announces punishment for the criminal. So this is the second function of the judge. The judge he also analyzes the case and then gives his decision. Okay, and for example, and sometime what happens, children, do you know that the judge he also adjourns the court for a fixed period of time? What does adjourn means? He stops every proceeding. If any sort of mishap happens, then the judge stops every proceeding of the court. That is called adjourn. Okay, he stops every meeting, or he stops every procedure or trial of the court for a specific period of time. Okay, the hearing is resumed till the final date or the of the verdict, and he stops every discussion in the court. He stops the trial for the entire day till he gives his verdict or till he gives his result. Okay, the judge next function is the judge he also decides whether the accused person is guilty or innocent. Okay, he closely examines every witnesses. He listens peacefully to every witnesses. Okay, he looks into every evidences or every proof. What are evidences? Evidences are the proof that has been found from the spot of the crime. Okay, he looks into everything very carefully, and then after listening to every trial properly, he gives his verdict, or he gives his decision. Verdict means giving decision. Okay, next function is if the accused is convinced, then the judge pronounces the sentences. Okay, if the accused is convicted, or if the accused is found guilty, then what happens? Then the judge gives his punishment, gives his sentence. Okay, He may send the judge, the next function of the judge is he may send a person to a jail or impose a fine, or both according to the law prescribes. Okay, it depends entirely up to the judge what sort of punishment is to be given to the criminal. Okay, he may be sent to a jail or he may be asked to give fine. Okay, it depends entirely upon the judge. Okay, so these are the role played by a judge in a court. Okay, now next we will move on to what is an FIR. So students, what is an FIR? An FIR is known as First Information Report. What is it known as? First Information Report. It is recorded by the police officer on duty, given either by the aggrieved person or any other person who is the witness of the crime. Aggrieved means what? Who is a victim. Okay, that person goes to the police station and can file an FIR. Suppose, for example, if any robbery takes place at your house, so at that time either you can go to the police station, can file an FIR, or the person who has witnessed that robbery or who has witnessed that incident, that person can also go to the police station and can file an FIR. Okay, since it is very important, it is the very first information about the offense, that's why it is known as first information report. Okay, this information is written and it is recorded in the police station with the filing of an FIR. Okay, and based on that FIR, based on that incident or the story that you are telling to the police, okay, the police begins its investigation into the crime. Okay, so I am going to show you a picture of an FIR. See, this is the picture of an FIR. Okay, this is first information report. FIR is known as first information report. This is the first thing you do when you arrive to the police station. Okay, if something happens with you, if any incident happens with you, if you want to file a complaint against that, you first go to the police station and you ask to file an FIR. After filing an FIR, the officer in duty, he or she gives you a Xerox copy of that report that you are filing. Okay, and based on that story that you are telling to the police begins its investigation. So this is all about an FIR. Now it may happen that you went to file an FIR, but a person or the police station or the police in duty is not accepting your FIR. Okay, so what will you do in that case? You can take some proper step against the police station. Okay, but I will come to that point. But before that, let me tell you what details do you have to provide if in an FIR. In an FIR, you have to give the complainant's full name. Complainant means suppose you are complaining against the crime, so you have to give your full name. Okay, your postal address along with the pin code has to be provided to the police station. Not only that, you have to give true facts related to the incident. True facts means what? You have to give some proof related to the incident. Okay, not only that, if you are able to identify any known face from the criminals, then you have to give their description, or you need to give their names also who are involved in the crime. Okay, apart from that, you have to give a detailed account of the date, place and the time of occurrence of the crime. Okay, and moreover, if there is any more eyewitness of the crime apart from you, if somebody else have also seen the crime, that person has to be also placed at front of the police station, or that person's name has to be given in an FIR. Okay, so these are the things that you uh, give in an FIR or give in an first information report. Now, I will come to that point. I told you that if it may happen that the police is not ready to accept an FIR. So what will you do in that case? Okay, I'll come to that point now. So, if the police refuses to file a FIR or to register an FIR, in such a situation, you can send your report in writing to the senior superintendent of police. Okay, to the senior officer, you can definitely appeal to. Then we can also meet the superintendent of police, that is the SP, or to the higher police officer, okay, to bring our complaint in their notice. This is the first step that we can do. And in spite of that, if if no action is taken, then we can directly file a writ petition. Okay, what are writs? Writs are Supreme Court. What are writs? Writs are the special order of our Supreme Court or High Court. Okay, and it is passed only when our fundamental rights are on stake or when our fundamental rights are at risk. So, if the police is not accepting your, if the police is not accepting to register your FIR, that means the police is not providing you your fundamental right. So in that case, you can definitely go to the High Court or you can definitely go to the Supreme Court and ask for registering an FIR. This you can definitely do. Okay. Thus, see students, throughout the chapter, what did we learn? We learned that the police, administration and the court, they all plays a very crucial role in bringing the wrongdoers to the court of law. And the court, what does it do? The court, it investigates, okay, into the matter, whatever based on the evidences and based on the witnesses that has been provided by the police, and the court gives punishment, proper punishment to the lawbreaker or to the criminal. Okay, so we can also say that this police station, this police administrations and the courts, they works by putting their hand together. Okay, this all are connected to each other and they helps us to keep our society clean. Okay, clean and free from crimes. Okay, so this is the end of your chapter, and this is a very very easy and small chapter. Okay, so I'll be giving question answers in PDF next day. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much.